The silver arc was absorbed by the giant fireball, and Lei Lan transformed into a silver-white rock to fight. The fireball transformed into a huge red firebird, and the two fought fiercely, with blood and feathers flying. The purple electric arc that Lei Lan used was not generated by him, but came from his gourd-shaped magic treasure. Hong Sha was no match for them, and she released her double to attack the rock together with her Benti. Han Li and another man in black made their move, and a golden sword light slashed toward the battle group. The sword light cut through the space, dispersing the lightning and flames, and startling the three birds. Han Li informed Lei Lan that there was no need to continue fighting, and the young man in red opposite Hong Sha appeared. Qing Peng unleashed wind blades against Zhu Yinzi's fire arrows, resulting in a stalemate. Han Li summoned a golden lightning dragon, overwhelming Zhu Yinzi's defenses, and fled with Lei Lan outside the protective sphere. Zhu Yinzi, unable to stop Han Li, was filled with resentment. Han Li stated that their sparring had reached a point where they should stop, as he had important duties to attend to and had no desire to continue fighting. Hong Sha asked Zhu Yinzi if he would pursue them, but Zhu Yinzi replied that he could not, but would instead seek ways to analyze Han Li treasures. Jin Yu scolded Lei Lan and Bai Bai, emphasizing that the survival of their clan was more important than personal cultivation. Lei Lan revealed the existence of the Thunder Star Stone, piquing Jin Yu's interest. The green-armored man has unfathomable cultivation, and his green armor is formed by condensed baleful aura with unbelievable magical powers. The Flying Spirit Clan's guards wear battle armor transformed from baleful aura, and their strength is remarkable. The trial of the Earth Abyss is originally scheduled to be held 3 years later, but it is held in advance due to the disturbance of the Earth Abyss monsters. High-level Earth Abyss monsters may exist in the first 3 levels of the trial, but no Monster King will appear. The Saint Son Han Li is shocked by the strength of the Flying Spirit Clan's guards. The Council of Elders assigns disciples to designated pavilions and prohibits them from leaving. Han Li cannot execute his plan because of the guards of Jin Yu and Elder Shi. Han Li falls into contemplation and eventually seems to figure something out. The 2 elders and 2 divine sons await Han Li in the hopes that he has mastered the divine abilities. Han Li has indeed mastered them, and the elders lend him the Thunder Jiao shears for his protection. The elders give Han Li specific cautionary instructions on how to use them and warn him of the risk of being targeted for them. Han Li flies into the air to join the other divine sons but notices high-level spirit general Ao Qing watching him. Han Li is unsurprised by their actions due to Zhu Yinzhen and the others' hostility toward the Skypum race. The green-armored man activates the formation protecting a giant wall, revealing a silver gate. The group prepares to enter the trial grounds. After several stellar nascent soul saints of the flying spirit race left the silvery gate, the crowd dispersed, leaving only a few still watching. Han Li, along with Bai Bai and Lei Lan, the stellar nascent soul saints of the celestial rock race, left together, while other saints watched them with cold eyes. The saints of the scarlet melting race didn't set off until Han Li and the others had left, and the saints including Ao Qing and the 4-eyed giant left one after another. The remaining saints split into several groups and left, as if it had been planned. Han Li and the other 2 flew into the Earth Abyss, and the moonlight rocks that appeared in the darkness illuminated the surroundings. Han Li and his 2 companions enter the underground world of the first level of the Abyss, which is vast and dark. Divine sense is suppressed, but Han Li's rich experience renders him unaffected. They are attacked by tens of thousands of shadow spiders. Han Li uses silver sparks to explode, annihilating all the spiders. Lei Lan and Baby are astonished by Han Li's divine abilities, as shadow spiders are notoriously difficult to deal with. Yet Han Li exterminates them with one strike. Strange object discovered in the bloody oasis, suspected to be the transformation of a giant spirit flower. Giant spirit flower is an intermediate level monster, which can be used to refine pills. Han Li takes action to capture the attacking giant spirit flower, assisted by Lei Lan and Bai Bai. The true form of the giant spirit flower appears, launching numerous flying sword attacks. Han Li uses flying swords to counterattack, preparing to collect the giant spirit flower honey. A short figure follows the woman's command and leaves, while the woman herself escapes using a giant black flower. The short figure turns out to be an awakened spirit ape beast. It finds the remains of the giant spirit flower and melts and ingests them using a green mist. The saint of the flying spirit tribe discovers the ape beast and believing it to be injured, tries to sneak attack it. The ape beast deceives the saint using an illusion and then emerges to kill it. The saint is enveloped in green mist and melts to his death. The ape beast devours the saint's body fluids and suspects that the flying spirit tribe was responsible for disrupting the sacrifices. The ape beast smells Han Li and his group and takes action. The vermilion-clad tribe enters the second stratum of the abyss through the shadowy ravine and encounters and annihilates a swarm of bats. The Jade Cavern tribe pursues the escaping Golden Fang beast. Qing ruthlessly plans to catch it all at once and seize the nether flame fruit. A high-level monster, the deer-faced demon, appears on the first stratum of the abyss and besieges the three holy sons of the Soaring Spirits tribe. Han Li and his companions operate the spirit carriage through a remote entrance, flying smoothly for 2 days. However, they encounter a range of pitch-black mountains obstructing their path. After observation, Han Li infers that the mountains were moved there by humans within the past century, rather than caused by monsters, easing his companions' worries. Sensing a powerful evil spirit force deep within the mountain range, Han Li decides to take a detour. Han Li encounters the Grudge Ape Beast, which is pursuing them, and uses his clear clarity spiritual eye divine ability to break through its illusory form. The Grudge Ape Beast accuses the trio of disrupting a ritual, which Han Li denies. The Grudge Ape Beast then attempts to absorb the trio into its stomach. Bai Bai and Lei Lan's attacks prove ineffective, so Han Li releases the Azure Rock Projection, which disperses the green mist and obliterates the Grudge Ape Beast. Lei Lan and Bai Bai discovered that the soul fire of the eight-faced beast has disappeared, and the hearse is attacked. On the third floor of the Nether Abyss, a mysterious woman finds the situation unusual and talks to herself. Han Li and his three companions encounter a giant mantis and a stone demon on the first floor of the Nether Abyss, and they resolve it easily. Arrived at the Valley of Grey Mist, they entered the crack and headed to the second floor. Encountered the Nether Abyss wind in the crack. Han Li calmly responded. Han Li decides to go straight to the third floor, not wasting time looking for the Nether Flame Fruit. Lei Lan worries about running into other personnel. Han Li analyzes that the other party has limited manpower. The red-robed man contacts the old woman to discuss their plan of cooperation. The old woman has cultivated the 3 armored demon kings, but still needs a more powerful spirit material. The red-robed man provides a flying spirit tribesman, whose consciousness is powerful and can be used as a material to refine the demon king. The red-robed man asks the old woman to provide the 10,000-year bloodfish in exchange, to which the old woman agrees to give one. They agree not to interfere with the Flying Spirit Clan's trials, so long as they do not enter below the 4th floor. The red-robed man dispatches 3 bloodwood puppets to hunt the Flying Spirit tribesmen. A teardrop-shaped treasure is being chased by 3 flying spirit tribesmen of the Yellow Wind clan. Han Li discovers that the 3 flying spirit tribesmen belong to the powerful Yellow Wind clan. Qin Xiao, a woman of the Yellow clan, asks Han Li and the other rock clansmen for help. Seeing that Han Li and the others are formidable, the Yellow Wind clansmen decide to capture them all. Han Li kills a high-ranking spirit captain of the Yellow Wind clan. 2 mid-ranking spirit captains of the Yellow Wind clan transform into strange birds and escape. Han Li recruits Bai Bai and others, and learns that the Night Green clan's saint, Qin Xiao, is being hunted by the Yellow Wind clan. Qin Xiao reveals that he is in possession of the Night Green clan's treasure, the Chaos Pot, which attracts the attention of Bai Bai and Lei Lan. The group enters the land of frozen death, and Han Li warns them to be aware of the Netherworld Beast Tide. The Red Melt clan's saint, Zhu Yinzi, demonstrates his formidable power by effortlessly killing an intermediate black rhinoceros beast. The Red Melt clan guards the entrance to the cave, awaiting the eruption of the Netherworld Beast Tide. Qing of the Qi Yu clan and Fei Yi of the Nanlong clan converse in the air, not participating in the battle. Fei Yi proposes to Qing, but she refuses due to his insufficient strength. Qing reveals that the divine abilities of Han, the sacred son of the Tianpeng Clan, might be comparable to Fei Yes. Fei Yi decides to challenge Han and proposes that if he loses, Qing must marry him in 3 years. Qing accepts Fei Yes' challenge, and he uses a giant golden sword and a mythical beast with a dragon's head and a whale's tail to repel the golden phantom moth. Leopard Kirin, a mutated spirit beast with Kirin bloodline, has remained unformed due to unique circumstances. The Ice Fiend's internal Ice Fiend Chi presents an opportunity for Leopard Kirin to advance to the God transformation stage. Leopard Kirin's impending breakthrough triggers anomalies, worrying Han Li, who fears trouble. The group flies into the canyon. Leopard Kirin senses danger and Han Li detects the Ice Fiend King. The Ice Fiend King manifests as an Ice Phoenix. Leopard Kirin is eager to fight. Han Li hurls Leopard Kirin, who transforms into an electric arc and strikes the Ice Phoenix, shattering its icy claws. The Ice Phoenix screeches and releases a freezing gale. Han Li uses the heavenly escape technique to evade. A white light appears in the sky, and the small beast emits a pink glow and an alluring fragrance. Han Li confirms that the small beast is about to advance, and sets up the 10 directions flame extinguishing formation and the Zheng sword formation to prevent the attack of demon beasts. The alluring fragrance spreads and attracts demon beasts within a 100-mile radius. After hesitation, Lei Lan and the other two choose to stay, relying on Han Li protection. The small beast is enveloped in a white light, emitting a painful groan. Qin Xiaoning and Lei Lan discuss the unique strengthening effects of spirit beast advancement. Bai Bai worries that the surroundings are too quiet, and that the demon beasts may have already smelled the fragrance. Lei Lan and Bai Bai attempt to aid Qin Xiao but are attacked by savage wolves and an ice ape. Lei Lan battles the wolf pack while Bai Bai engages the ice ape. With Han Li observing the situation, Han Li detects hundreds of flying ice demons descending from the sky. Drawn by the strange fragrance of a small beast, he activates an array flag, unleashing a crimson light that annihilates the ice demons and dispels the ice demon aura. Han Li sends forth the Void Heaven Cauldron, its cyan threads piercing the fleeing ice demons. Qin Xiao's group defeats a mid-level demon beast, causing the swarm of insects and animals to scatter. A flash of golden light appears, revealing Bai Bai, who warns of possible high-level demon beasts in the distance. Han Li remains calm and activates the Forbidden Great Array, destroying the subsequent wave of demon beasts. As the giant demons approached, Han Li prepared to launch his sword formation attack. But 3 blood puppets suddenly appeared. The gnome recognized the blood puppets as avatars of the venerable blood, and Han Li felt a chill. The blood puppets attacked, piercing Han Li's slaying armor. But they were blocked by his lightning robe. After Han Li repaired his slaying armor, the blood puppets launched an attack, but the 6 blood blades were shattered by Han Li's black and white palms. Han Li teleported back to the spirit car and activated the Grand Zheng sword formation, trapping the blood puppets. The blood puppets tried to escape, but they were trapped by the sword formation. Han Li easily kills a powerful enemy, shocking Lei Lan and the others. With Han Li's help, the young beast advances to the stage of transformation into a god, imbuing it with the bloodline of a true Qilin. The blood-robed man senses that the blood puppet has been destroyed and dispatches a blood-fled serpent to hunt down Han Li and his companions. The blood-robed man trades with the master of the blood-fled serpent, offering a spirit containing wood in exchange for borrowing the serpent. The blood-fled serpent's mission is to kill Han Li and the others and bring back their souls. 4 fairy Ling saints fight fiercely against the black scorpion, but they are defeated by the celestial blood lightning. Han Li and his companions are surrounded by 7 black Ling Saint Devils, who are after their bounty and seek to kill them. The black Ling Saint Devils release the Golden Crow Spirit Fire in an attempt to extinguish the Heavenly Pung and the others. But Han Li uses the 5-colored flame to resist the Spirit Fire. Han Li effortlessly killed 7 high-level Dark Spirit Tribesmen with his formidable strength, causing the rest of the Dark Spirit Tribesmen to panic. Utilizing an uncanny movement technique and sharp flying swords, Han Li swiftly caught up to 2 fleeing Dark Spirit Tribesmen and killed them one by one. Han Li discovered that the black feathers on the Dark Spirit Tribesmen contained potent energy, so he collected them all. Han Li and the others, including Rilan, continued their journey until they reached a low, dense forest that exuded a pungent odor. Rilan and Bai Bai witnessed Han Li's astonishing prowess, filling them with awe and inspiring them to treat him with even greater respect. Han Li discovers the nether flame fruit and encounters a blood mist figure who obstructs his path. Han Li orders Lei Lan and others to pick the fruit while he confronts the figure in the blood mist alone. The blood mist figure launches a surprise attack, while Lei Lan and others encounter an octopus Yao Shou. Han Li questions the identity of the figure in the blood mist. Receiving an ambiguous response, Han Li is suspected of having a connection to the Blood Fiend, and there is mockery in the bloodline. The figure in the blood mist suddenly attacks, firing a blood needle towards Han Li with a piercing sound. Han Li was shocked when he encountered the advanced Void Refinement Stage Blood Serpent, and learned that it had an even more powerful Integration Stage Master. The Blood Serpent employed the Celestial Blood Thunder Divine ability, and Han Li's 5 layers of protection were shattered one by one. In the end, he resisted the Blood Lightning with the Primordial Saint True Dharma aspect. Han Li endured the Blood Lightning with his bare body, and was not seriously injured. The Blood Serpent was shocked, and said that after its cultivation level increased, it would be able to employ 4 waves of Blood Lightning, which Han Li would find difficult to resist. Lei Lan and the others picked the ripe bright flame fruits, with Qin Shao offering one to Han Li. Han Li urges everyone to leave the abyss immediately and flee at full speed. 2 days later, the Blood Python reports to the shadowy woman in the Grand Hall that it failed to kill Han Li and his companions, and that one of them has an incredibly strong physical body that repelled the Blood River Infernal Needle. Upon hearing this, the woman decides to capture Han Li in person for use as a blood sacrifice. The woman and the Blood Python go to the second level to pursue Han Li. After leading his companions out of the abyss, Han Li decides to split up and flee, with him acting as bait to draw the pursuers away and increase the chances of the others escaping back to the surface. A woman's voice is heard, and the black figure woman and blood venom that had been following behind Han Li use a magic circle to track him down. An unbelievable scene unfolds as a black colossal magic circle emerges out of thin air in front of Han Li's path, trapping him within and confronting him with a threatening black mist and an yin feng. Han Li uses the exorcism god Thunder to combat the black mist and the yin feng, but the other party seems to have anticipated this move and encases Han Li in an invisible, powerful force, holding him captive. Mu Qing changes his mind about killing the man with the surname Han but keeps him under custody with the Blood Flood Dragon. Mu Qing consults with the woman in black about how to break through the Netherworld River's magic barrier and plans to use the evil warding Divine Thunder. The woman in black finds someone who knows how to wield the evil warding Divine Thunder but has yet to master the correct method. The male cultivator, 6 Legs, offers to mediate between Mu Qing and the evil Dragon Clan to get Mu Qing control of the wielder of the evil warding Divine Thunder. 6 Legs suggests a meeting to discuss the plan's details and to meet the man with the surname Han. Mu Qing reveals that although 6 Legs doesn't fear the evil warding Divine Thunder, the other 2 cultivators might not give up control of it easily. Shui Du was curious about Han Li's formidable physical body and his tripartite 6-armed Dharma idol, but Han Li evaded the question smoothly. Shui Du observed Han Li from outside his attic, but Han Li set up a restriction to isolate his divine sense. Han Li speculated that Mu Xing had changed his mind because he might possess the evil warding Divine Thunder, but he couldn't understand why such a powerful demon king would value it. Han Li decided to wait and see what Mu Xing wanted before making a move. Calming down for the time being, Han Li recalled that Lei Lan and the others had successfully completed their trials, which meant he could regain his freedom. But the Rock Clan wouldn't care about his life or death. Mu Qing suggests that the unrestrained Han Li should use the Plague Divine Lightning, but the blood-robed man hesitates. Mu Qing reveals that Han Li's magic power is pure enough to control the Divine Lightning, but the white-haired beautiful woman objects, intending to refine Han Li's soul. Mu Qing states that he is more suitable to instruct Han Li, but the white-haired beautiful woman insists that she is more qualified. The enigmatic 6-legged man intervenes, suggesting that Han Li study with Mu Qing for the first 2 years, followed by 2 years with the white-haired beautiful woman and the last 2 years dedicated to independent study. Both the beautiful woman and Mu Qing are impressed by the 6-legged man's proposal and agree to the arrangement. Han Li witnesses Demon Kings plotting a plan involving the Profound Ghost and the Ming Heiji Da. Among the 4 Demon Kings, Han Li pays special attention to the mysterious aspects of 6 Legs and Earth Blood Fiend. 6 Legs emits an unusual aura, while Earth Blood Fiend has 2 identical clones. Han Li speculates that Mu Qing is a wood spirit demon. The white-haired beautiful woman is a ghost demon. Yuan Yao and Yan Li are not ordinary people, and may have other opportunities. After the Demon Kings conclude their negotiations, Earth Blood Fiend transmits a message to Han Li, requesting him to complete a small task to make up for killing his blood puppet. The blood poison reveals that the thunder driving method is an ancient technique for controlling the warding lightning. The warding lightning is a powerful 5-element true lightning that was destroyed by the evil Dragon Clan. causing the technique to be lost. The divine thunder of demon quelling is very powerful and would be a surefire killer move if it could be deployed. However, going to the river of Netherworld to refine a Netherworld puppet soldier is too risky. And Han Li must consider this carefully. Han Li meets Yuan Yao coincidentally and is moved by his loyalty, but does not reveal his identity to keep it under wraps. Han Li thinks back to Nangong and is filled with longing. Mu Qing takes Han Li to the cultivating ground of the Spirit Wood Cave. The immortal energy is abundant, but he cannot leave because of the restrictions. Han Li worries that it would be difficult to escape Mu Qing's control, but he can only endure for the time being in order to master the divine thunder of demon quelling. The Golden Net's electric arc absorbed and resisted the first wave of celestial lightning. Han Li used his divine ability to form a giant golden halo to resist the second wave of celestial lightning. The halo dispersed, and the golden net fragments were shattered by the third wave of celestial lightning. Han Li used the gray light hill and the five-colored light flame to trap the third wave of celestial lightning. The Yuan magnetic divine light and the azure giant cauldron collected the third wave of celestial lightning. Han Li collected a large amount of celestial lightning and prepared to refine it into a lightning pearl. The heavenly tribulation ended, and Han Li smiled. Han Li realized the danger of future heavenly tribulations. Han Li faced great trouble in escaping from the abyss. Han Li is asked by Mo Jing, a member of the Blood Robe sect, to assist in the refining of a puppet. Mo Jing planned to use 2 months, but Mu Qing only gave him 1.5 months and agreed to teleport Han Li to Bloodflame Mountain. After arriving at Bloodflame Mountain, Han Li discovers that Mo Jing is ready and demonstrates the attainment of his puppet, which has the strength of a deification stage cultivator. Han Li and his group enter a labyrinthine underground passage and eventually arrive at a blood-red palace floating on a lake of lava. Inlaid in the top of the palace is a huge blood-red crystal, similar to the crystal on the ceiling pagoda of the Skypung tribe, which is suspected of containing a powerful restriction. Han Li encounters 2 blood-robed men who reveal that the creatures with strange abilities are their spirit servants, which they have exclusively refined. Han Li is invited to enter the Shadow Flame Hall, where he discovers that the furnishings are made of a peculiar jade that has a unique alternating hot and cold effect. The 2 blood-robed men explain the spirit servant creation process to Han Li, which involves infusing a spirit body that cannot awaken intelligence into a puppet. Old Monster Groundblood proactively offers to teach Han Li the secret technique of spirit fusion, but Han Li hesitates due to concerns and ultimately agrees to receive the secret technique. Old Monster Groundblood asks Han Li to rest and discuss puppet refining the following day. The blood-robed men summon a group of female puppets that look like real people, leaving Han Li greatly astonished. Patriarch Bloodgator invites Han Li to stay in the Netherfire Hall and extends a warm welcome. Han Li sets up a formation in his chamber to prevent spying. He speculates that the demon lords, including Patriarch Bloodgator, have ulterior motives, which he suspects are related to his evil warding thunder. Han Li meticulously examines the spirit servant puppet but finds no obvious problems. Yet he remains doubtful. Patriarch Bloodgator directs Han Li to the Blood Refining Hall to discuss matters regarding the puppet refining. In the Blood Refining Hall's vast crystal chamber, a colossal violet blood puppet is submerged in liquid. Its eerie crimson eyes send shivers down Han Li's spine as he wonders if it has already undergone spirit absorption. The blood-robed man teaches Han Li the secret method of the Mark Talisman Array, which requires the infusion of ethereal lightning into the array. Han Li expends his mental energy to cooperate with the blood-robed man in marking the talisman array, and he comes to understand the sturdiness of the gold Mark Talisman Array. Han Li comprehends the way of talisman arrays and receives materials and medicinal herbs gifted to him by the Earth Blood Fiend. Han Li studies the remnant pages of the Golden Pavilion Jade Book and masters the methods for refining the 9 Palaces Heaven Origin Talisman and the Jiayuan Talisman. Due to the urgent threat posed by the Demon King, Han Li prepares to refine these 2 talismans directly, despite lacking practical experience. Han Li, who has accomplished the inscription drawing technique, goes outside to refresh his mind and is curious about the restricted area of Qing Yuanzi. Half a year later, Han Li mastered most of the thunder control technique. Mu Qing invites the Demon King to witness. The beautiful white-haired woman questions the risk of Han Li using the golden thunder bamboo as the main magic weapon. But Mu Qing clarifies that Han Li has no negative effects. Six Legs asked Han Li to demonstrate the sacrificial thunder technique. Han Li sacrificed the exorcism thunder, forming a huge electric net, demonstrating his mastery of the thunder control technique. Six Legs believes that Han Li was able to withstand the backlash of the baneful divine thunder because his cultivation level is higher than others of his level, and because he has probably taken some special treasure or cultivated a special technique. Wood Spirit suggests that Han Li learned the way of dispelling thunder in the Wood Essence Grotto. The white-haired beauty objects. But Six Legs mediates, suggesting that Han Li study under Taoist friend Lan for a year, and then cultivate the way of dispelling thunder by himself. The white-haired beauty sends Wood Spirit a sound transmission, stating a condition. Wood Spirit agrees and then promises to let Han Li stay in the Wood Essence Grotto. The white-haired beauty departs, and Wood Spirit says that Han Li no longer needs to visit her. He can independently cultivate the way of dispelling thunder in the Wood Essence Grotto for the remaining time. Han Li discovered that the Netherworld was a place where ghosts and demons coexisted, and that the Demon Kings had entered there to retrieve an item of great importance to them. Demon King Mu Qing asked Han Li to accompany her into the Netherworld to retrieve the item, offering the true saintly blood of a five-colored peacock, a holy child of the Flying Spirit tribe. As a reward, Han Li agreed to Mu Qing's request and received a small portion of the true saintly blood as an advance payment, with the remaining portion to be given upon completion of the mission. Mu Qing granted Han Li the choice of a cultivation ground in the nether abyss below the third level and informed him that she would recall him to participate in the operation in a few years. In Mu Qing's cultivation cave abode, the entrance to the Qianqian courtyard was tightly sealed with restrictions. After lifting the restrictions, Mu Qing entered the Qianqian courtyard. Mu Qing decides to take the original spirit wood into the netherworld and lets the golden ape protect the original self and the mysterious young man Han Li. Outside the netherworld, two men in blood robes scheme to use the evil-defying battle armor to claim the treasures of the demon tomb and destroy Mu Qing and the ghost woman. The six-legged ghost woman hesitates at the depths of the abyss, playing with a green orb in her hand. On the altar of the first layer of the abyss, gray-white eyeballs absorb the yin energy, while the six-legged hands are covered with gray-white cracks. Han Li flies away with the marks of the four demon kings, searching for a hidden place. But he cannot escape the Demon King's control. Han Li discovers a black wooden box, from which a black bead flies out and enters his hand. Yuan Yao and Yan Li come to Han Li Cave, where they have cultivated the yin-yang samsara arts, causing them to become half-human and half-ghost. They were whisked away by a gust of wind in the random star sea, and were brought to the abyss by the ghostly granny, unable to return to the human realm. The yin-yang samsara arts prevent them from being accepted by the flying spirit platform, and they are unable to enter the human domain. Yuan Yao and Yan Li ask Han Li for help, as their lives are in danger. Han Li, Yan Li, and Yuan Yao devise a plan to delay the ghost witch's attack on them, using the relationship between Han Li and Yuan Yao, and then flee to the Styx to escape her control. Han Li plans to profess his admiration for Yuan Yao in front of the ghost witch, but this requires him to risk revealing his secret identity as a feather spirit. Yan Li and Yuan Yao agree to let Han Li leak some partially true information to the ghost witch to increase her trust. The ghost witch leaves seclusion and enters Han Li cave dwelling. Han Li leaves in the form of a peacock and heads to the center of the mountain range. 2 years later, many monster phantoms gather on the 7th level of the abyss, including the ghost witch and 8 figures in black armor, preparing for an operation. After absorbing the dark red substance, the six-legged creature releases a spiritual pressure, suppressing the monsters. Mu Qing recites an incantation, releasing fragrant blood orbs. A silver whirlpool appears. A pair of silver arms extend from it, disrupting space and forming a black hole. A silver skull emerges from the black hole, which is the sky-shocking demon. The sky-shocking demon's shriek affects the monsters, but Han Li remains unaffected. The six-legged creature explains that Han Li possesses the Golden Thunder Bamboo magic treasure, which shields him from the dark energy and makes him immune to the sky-shocking demon's influence. The sky-shocking demon is only interested in the blood orbs, ignoring everything else. The low-level monsters fall into fear due to the sky-shocking demon's shriek. Mu Qing and Lu Zhu open a spatial passage together, summoning Han Li and others to enter. After the passage is opened, everyone enters an expanse of white water, the River of Netherworld. In the River of Netherworld, There is a kind of school of strange fish that will continuously attack living beings. Lu Zhu wants to enter the river of Netherworld and hopes that Han Li will use the power of the exorcism Divine Thunder to help break the spell. At the exit of the passage, a large army of monsters and men in blood robes appear, ready to break the spell. Han Li is asked to prepare the sacrificial lightning technique. Six-legged and Mu Qing start to break the restrictions, summoning the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. The white-haired beauty takes out a small black bell, and two blood-robed individuals prepare their weapons. Six-legged emits black beams of light, and Mu Qing uses a giant golden wheel to cut open the Nether River. Forming a canyon, black crystalline threads appear in the Nether River, weakening the attacks of the Demon Kings. Han Li releases golden lightning beams, annihilating the crystalline threads in the Nether River. The white-haired beauty and 8 Yin armor Ghost Kings team up to launch black light waves at the Nether River Canyon. The Netherworld monster fish's silver threads cause massive casualties among the low-level demons. But the high-level demons were able to resist with their protective auras. Ghosts emerge from the black light curtain, releasing poisonous water arrows and biting, posing a serious threat to the demons. The six-footer guided the demons to rush out of the passage and avoid the ghosts' attack range. A giant meatball appeared and attacked the Demon King with its tentacles. But it was dragged into the passage by the joint efforts of 4 Demon Kings. The six-footer wielded a sword and split the meatball in two, taking out the Nether Spirit Crystal. A bone-chilling miasma carrying countless skeletons of varying sizes lunges forward. Low-level monsters from the abyss stir. 2 blood-red beams clash against the miasma, releasing a powerful surge. A white-haired beauty releases a gigantic ghost, which exhales a green gas that disintegrates numerous skeletons. A group of blood bats attack abyssal monsters, but their attacks prove ineffective, as the bats drain their blood essence. 4 great demon kings and abyssal monsters join forces to counterattack, reducing the number of blood bats. An eerie ghost in the black mist emits a piercing shriek, disturbing the minds of low-level monsters. A black bell reverberates, dispelling the ghost. A 3-headed green-skinned giant and a purple-blooded puppet engage in a fierce battle above a strange lake. The number of abyssal monsters dwindles. Han Li fights alone, slaughtering ghosts and dodging hidden weapons. Han Li traverses through fog, attacked by spectral creatures and losing his bearings. Venturing into the sky for reconnaissance, he is attacked and retreats into the fog. Hours later, Han Li remains lost in the fog, his expression darkening. Besieged by intangible evil spirits, Han Li vanquishes them with his devouring nether flame. Responding to a deafening sound, Han Li discovers Yuan Yao and others engaged in a fierce battle with a blood-red skeleton. The skeleton's blood arrows prove effective against the yin armor dark ghosts, causing significant casualties. Han Li intervenes, severing the blood skeleton with his flying sword. The blood skeleton merges into a colossal, blood-red specter, which Han Li freezes with 5-colored frost flame before shattering with golden arcs. Yuan Yao and Yan Li are astounded by Han Li's effortless annihilation of the specter. Han Li, Yuan Yao, and Yan Li escape from the mist using a ghostly secret technique. Han Li claims to possess the combat power of a void-refining cultivator and is full of confidence. Yuan Yao and Yan Li are astonished to learn of Han Li's divine ability and ask him how to restore their physical bodies. Han Li mentions that there is a secret technique in the spirit world to restore their human forms, giving them renewed hope. Along the way, Han Li battles ghosts and monsters, clearing a path and aiding the trio in their escape. Han Li fought with the white figure, the gray mist and light flames piercing the white figure, but it kept dividing and regenerating. Unable to be eliminated, Han Li then used his annihilation pupil technique, forcing out a woman in white robes with a blurred appearance and tall figure. The woman in white robes attacked Han Li, using eerie means to conjure bone claws out of thin air, but they were blocked by Han Li's golden scales. Han Li used his sword light and silver fireballs to attack the woman in white robe's arm, but the arm was unscathed and possessed spatial abilities. Han Li decided to summon the Howling Soul Beast and the Thunder Pearl to finish her off in one blow. The woman in white robes raised her head, revealing a terrifying face, half emerald green and withered, and half beautiful as a flower. Her green eyes gazing at Han Li with chilling coldness. Han Li and his group encounter an unknown purple-armored warrior puppet. The puppet recognizes Yuan Yao's beautiful form as a half-ghost. The purple-armored warrior discovers Han Li's puppet identity. The puppet army possesses exceptional strength, And even Mu Qing and the beautiful woman find them difficult to kill. The Ephemera tribe claims to be the master of the sacred land and threatens to hunt down the spirit world if they do not surrender. The beautiful woman and Mu Qing hesitate. The purple armored warrior uses a cyan light ball to attack the beautiful woman and others. The beautiful woman counters with a ghost shadow. The purple armored general and the twin-headed puppet were ordered by the three-eyed puppet to await reinforcements. The beautiful woman and Mu Qing watched the battle and sent the Yinjia Zhongui and the 8 ghost kings to deal with the puppets. Gaining the upper hand, the sea of fog shook, and suddenly a white sun appeared, releasing a terrifying spiritual pressure. The beautiful woman and her party and the puppets scrambled to escape. But after the wind pillar collapsed, a storm suddenly arose, and the sea of fog dissipated. Wind blades raged in the wind, wiping out all the puppets and ghost soldiers. While the 8 ghost kings struggled desperately, Yuan Yao and Yan Li are trapped in the Netherworld River, and Han Li arrives just in time to rescue them. The hidden golden ape appears, welcoming the mysterious woman Mu Qing. Mu Qing and the white-haired woman meet, and they become suspicious when Six Leg and Earth Blood do not return. Suddenly, a loud bang is heard, harsh noises erupt, and Han Li is instantly knocked unconscious. The shadowy form of a skybug showed up, resisting the shriek and dodging the attack. The beauty and Mu Qing recognized that the monster was only a projection of the skybug. Limited in power, the black colossus and the purple blood puppet stalled, waiting for the projection to run out of its power. After the projection shattered, the black colossus and the purple blood puppet appeared as the monk from the Six Leg and the cultivator in the purple blood puppet. Six Leg claimed to be from the Mayfly clan, denying that he had intentionally lured the people. Six Leg explained that the Nether Abyss was connected to the river of the Netherworld, and that the Mayfly clan puppet had appeared by accident. Elite bone-armored ghost soldiers and surviving puppets were enough to deal with the rest of their journey. Six Legs warned everyone not to get distracted or play tricks, or he would show no mercy. Han Li and Jin Ling followed everyone to the depths of the Nether River. Days later, the group arrived at a cavern. High-level ghosts guarded the entrance, including a ghost woman who Han Li had fought before. They were all badly injured. A blood-armored puppet, representing the Ephemerity clan, asked for help from the being inside the cavern, saying there were 4 or 5 Empyrean-level beings among those who broke the dimensional barrier, and that all the puppets had been destroyed. The being inside the cavern refused to help, claiming that he had paid his dues and helped gather the ghosts. He refused to help in person. The blood armor puppet has borrowed the method of the owner of the aged voice, and can stimulate the divine sense to control the 5 dragon executioners. But it will consume divine sense. Lu Zhu and his party encountered skeletons with immortal bodies who resurrected infinitely in the withered forest. They only turned into ashes after flying out of the forest. After 1 month of battle, Lu Zhu and his party arrived at the Yin Bone Mountains, where there were only a few high-level monsters left. Han Li's plan failed. Jin Ling's spiritual ape monitored Han Li, making it impossible for Han Li to escape. However, Han Li still considered using the Taiyi purification talisman to escape. Lu Zhu plans to refine a soul-capturing artifact to control Han Li. The silver-haired woman and Mu Qing give up on the treasures of the demon tomb in pursuit of the divine milk. Lu Zhu plans to break the restrictions, lure away the Nether Thunder Beast, and obtain the divine milk. The Nether Thunder Beast likes to swallow lightning, so the Thunderclap amulet can be used to lure it away. Lu Zhu and the others cautiously traverse the Grey Mountains and reach the basin. In the center of the basin, a dark black light barrier covers, obscuring the situation inside. The group cautiously observes, recalling the danger they encountered with the Nether Thunder Beast the last time. Lu Zhu and the others discover Han Li's exquisite restrictions that can conceal them. The Demon Kings take out the Bloodblade, preparing to activate the restrictions. Han Li's divine sense has not been lost, and he uses the devastating gaze technique to resist the Black Orb's divine ability. Han Li decides to follow the plan, leading out the Nether Thunder Beast to find a chance to escape. Lu Zhu uses the Bloodblade to attack the restrictions, attracting the roar of the Nether Thunder Beast. The Demon Kings work together to attack the restriction and succeed in creating an entrance. Six Legs hold the entrance in place, allowing the Demon Kings to enter the divine pool. A person in a blood-red robe remains outside, while the other Demon Kings enter the light screen. Mu Qing removes the restriction and warns a beautiful white-haired woman about the dangerous nature of her disciple. The Golden Ape and the demon stay outside, while a blood-armored puppet appears, claiming it is going to destroy the demon kings. The blood-robed man used his treasure and divine ability to defend against the attack of the 5 dragon-killing guillotines. But he was still killed by them. The blood-armored puppet obtained the 5 dragon-killing guillotines and prepared to enter the god pool and capture the intruders. The monsters had already set up a formation to seal off the nearby area and trap the intruders. The guardian of the god pool was not a single nether thunderbeast, but a pair of males and females. And the intruders had already lured one away. The blood-armored puppet planned to cooperate with the nether thunderbeast to eliminate the intruders and believed that it had a sure win. The dark lightning beast was shocked to find that it had not been hurt after devouring the corpse-devouring insects. The dark lightning beast was determined to kill Han Li, and it directly pierced through the evil warding divine lightning in pursuit of Han Li. The dark lightning beast displayed the shadow escaping technique, appearing behind Han Li and unleashing a lightning net. Han Li defended against the lightning net, but the dark lightning beast instantly appeared in front of him. The dark lightning beast used its giant claws to attack Han Li, and Han Li used his golden sword to block, but was knocked back. Han Li unleashed the 9 palaces heavenly Qian sigil, trapping the nether thunder beast within a silver light array. The nether thunder beast attempted to break through the light array with its thick electric arcs, but the array devoured them. The nether thunder beast attempted to charge into the sky, but the silver light barrier blocked its path. The 9 palaces heavenly Qian sigil was powerful at trapping the beast, but Han Li cultivation was insufficient to confine the nether thunder beast for long. The nether thunder beast's attacks put pressure on Han Li, and the light array began to shake. Han Li, incarnate as the Great Rock, sealed the Demon King's mark and prepared to rescue the 2 maidens, Yuan Yao and Li Feiyu. Han Li carefully calculated the timing and planned to use the Netherworld Thunder Beast to block the Demon King, creating an opportunity to save the maidens. Han Li concealed his presence using the Supreme Purity Talisman and observed secretly, waiting for the opportune moment. Han Li ordered the Soul Beast to confront the ghosts on both sides of the hall's doors to ensure his plan's success. The Soul Beast released its soul-seizing divine light, effortlessly annihilating the double-headed skeleton and consuming it as yin energy. Han Li 2 shadow golems joined forces to attack the white zombie, breaking its defenses, piercing its heart, and freezing its wings. Han Li had the Soul Beast consume the zombie, replenishing itself with its yin energy. Han Li implanted a command into the Soul Beast, causing it to shapeshift into the underworld Thunder Beast. Han Li ventured into the hall and encountered an unfathomably deep cave. He descended the cave and used his divine sense to determine that the exit was close. He landed and discovered an even grander hall filled with dense spiritual energy. However, a thick blood mist and violent electric arcs intertwined in the hall, their forces poised in opposition. The purple blood puppet emerges and attacks with a blood-colored battle axe, but is blocked by the silver lightning sword. The dark lightning beast transforms its claws into lightning, but is pierced by a blood-colored spear. The lightning beast consumes the spear and counterattacks the blood-robed man. Mu Qing and the white-haired beauty appear and confront the blood-robed man with 2 dark lightning beasts. Upon learning that his doppelganger has been destroyed, the blood-robed man is upset, suspecting that there are more powerful beings lurking nearby. The dark lightning beasts attack, and the white-haired beauty, Mu Qing, and the blood-robed man resist with all their might. Han Li desperately thinks of a way to save the 2 women, but hesitates due to the presence of the green mist. In the green pool, spiritual energy overflowed, the ground trembled, and the 2 nether thunder beasts transformed into humanoid demons. The beautiful woman and Mu Qing displayed their divine abilities to attack, but they were blocked by the black wind. After transforming, the nether thunder beasts took out a small flag and a magic disc, preparing to activate the ephemeral clan's restriction. The blood-robe man tried to stop them, but was repelled by the nether thunder beast's single horn, suffering serious injuries. A crimson hand appeared and grabbed the thunder cone, but after the thunder cone broke free, it re-entered the head of the nether thunder beasts. The nether thunder beasts then sprayed a blood mist into the magic device, and the small banner and magic disc turned into a dark cloud and white gas, respectively, and sank into the top and ground of the main hall. Han Li fails to track the crystal bead and increases his vigilance. The blood-robe man and 7 metal puppets engage in battle with Mu Qing and the white-haired beauty. The beauty transforms into a giant skeleton armor, summoning a green flame skull head to fight Mu Qing's Kui Yi. 2 underworld thunder beasts release silver threads, strengthening the black light formation and suppressing the beauty in Mu Qing. The beauty and Mu Qing exert all their magical abilities to resist, but remain at a disadvantage. Mu Qing was besieged by phantasmal guillotines and countless sharp blades. His black wooden shield was cut through, and he was eventually engulfed by a cold light, his body reduced to fragments. The gold-armored puppet turned its attention to the purple-blooded puppet. Firing guillotines, the purple-blooded puppet shrank to dodge, releasing blood orbs and crimson beams of light to defend itself. The blood orbs were easily pierced and burst by the guillotines, but the crimson beams of light temporarily blocked the guillotine's attack. The blood-robed figure spat out essence blood, which transformed into a blood-colored flying sword, and engaged in a fierce battle with the guillotines once more. Han Li withstands attacks and a white-haired beauty is captured while distracted. As Han Li nears the exit, a ghost claw ambushes him, but he evades it. A cyan emerald beam is fired at Han Li, who counterattacks, summoning a layer of golden scales, black armor, and a golden robe for protection. Mu Qing appears amidst a hurricane, and Han Li recognizes the cyan thunderclouds trapping Mu Qing. Han Li takes Yuan Yao and Yan Li with him as he prepares to escape. Bloodhand ambushes him, but Han Li uses his golden scale protection to dodge it. Han Li used 2 shadow puppets summoned with the Jia Yuan technique to battle with the blood puppet. The blood puppet couldn't chase after Han Li, being interrupted by the shadow puppet's attacks. The blood puppet pierced through the shadow puppet's bodies with a bloody ray of light. But the shadow puppet swiftly recovered. The shadow puppets used electric arcs and chill flames to attack, but their efforts were offset by the blood puppet's blood orbs. The blood puppet dissolved the shadow puppets by melting them with blood flames. The blood puppet tried its best to pursue Han Li, but Han Li had already run away. The blood puppet was attacked by a nether thunder beast when discovering a cyan passage. The blood puppet used the wooden plaque and blood mist to defend, while Han Li activated the 9 palace heavenly dry charm. The blood puppet dodged the lightning orbs from the nether thunder beast, but it fell into the 9 palace heavenly dry charm instead. A thunderous boom erupted from the black light curtain, and the palace collapsed into the ground as multiple beams of spiritual light shot out of the curtain in pursuit. Behind, the beams of light erupted into battle, and 1 orb of light broke away and surged forward. Han Li fled with the 2 women, and noticed that the mark within his body had not loosened, but he worried that he would not be able to resist once the mark was activated. They flew to a desolate area filled with black mist, and Han Li entered to find a temporary hiding place. Within the desolate area, he carved a cave into a rocky mountain, and used a raise to conceal the baleful aura. Han Li moved deep into the cave, removed the bloody strands from the 2 women's bodies, and awakened the unconscious Yuan Yao. The magic array has been set up, and preparations are underway to gather yin energy to dispel the mark from within Han Li's body. The mark has been activated, and Han Li can't suppress it, requiring immediate magic to dispel it. Han Li has cultivated a secret body technique, and he is confident in enduring the pain. The giant magic array is activated, forming a huge yin energy vortex. The vortex attracts a huge amount of yin energy, forming a ball of black light, which contains a strong spiritual pressure. The sound of wailing ghosts can be heard, and a large number of low-level ghosts are attracted. Han Li releases the Soul's Weeping and the Scale Leopard Beast to drive away the ghosts, not to interfere with the spellcasting. The trio join force to help Han Li remove the seal of the evil path from his body. Mu Qing sensed that the seal inside Han Li's body was destroyed and had completely disappeared. Lu Zhu, Di Shui, and Lan Lianer fought over the Nether River divine milk. Lu Zhu claimed that there was only a small amount of divine milk left, only enough for 1 person to use. The blood-robed man suggests going to the demon grave to retrieve the river of Nether Spirit's milk, while the 6-legged man is worried about the reinforcements of the ephemera, but after some hesitation, agrees to accompany him. The white-haired beauty also proposes to go, but only after testing the strength of the quenched crystal brick. The 6-legged man demonstrates the defensive power of the quenched crystal brick, which the white-haired beauty's attacks cannot shake. The 2 sides agree to go to the demon grave together, but first they must find Han Li. The white-haired beauty is unhappy that Han Li rescued his disciples without permission, but the blood-robed man admires Han Li's courage. The mark inside Han Li's body has been destroyed, and the white-haired beauty suspects Mu Qing's actions. The blood-robed man had been manipulated, allowing his position to be sensed by Han Li. However, Han Li has not summoned his spirit servants and thus avoided the trap. The blood-robed man's spirit servants were infused with the subterranean stone, allowing Han Li's location to be detected. The six-legged beast, the blood-robed man, and the white-haired beauty decide to pursue Han Li, but they are cautious of the 5 dragons' chariot in the hands of the ephemeran tribesmen. The blood-armored puppet offered a replica of the god's nest, which could only be used once. Senior Zhang demanded to exchange the god's nest for the free summoning of the blood-armored puppet's original body. The blood-armored puppet agreed to the exchange on the condition that the god's nest would be returned after their research. Senior Zhang used a spell to summon the original body of the blood-armored puppet. A surge of powerful spiritual pressure rose into the sky, causing a change in the celestial phenomenon. A sharp cry rang out. Han Li refined the last mark, destroying the hidden danger. Yuan Yao and Yan Li helped, and Han Li gave them green spirit pills to express his gratitude. The 3 decided to leave this place and return to the spirit world. Han Li had a plan to break through space. A towering pine tree emerged, half flourishing and half withered, embodying Mu Qing's spirit wood form. Mu Qing imbued Blackwood with his lifeblood and incantation, awakening the golden ape, Jin Ling. Jin Ling pledged to safeguard Mu Qing's Benti, and Mu Qing entrusted him with the heavenly wood mirror and the 2 cyan swords. Mu Qing employed the wood domain to locate Han Shaozi and set up the Azure Firmament Grand Formation to protect his Benti. After Mu Qing departed the valley, Jin Ling activated the formation, disguising the valley as a desolate wasteland. As Mu Qing soared, he was enveloped in verdant spirit energy, radiating pure wood spirit energy. Han Li, Yuan Yao, and Yan Li decide to leave the netherworld and search for a spatial node as an escape route. The trio selects a vast body of water dotted with islands, with a small island shrouded in black fog at its center. The black fog contains a potent force that saps their spiritual energy as they fly into it. But Han Li uses his Kunping transformation to restore his energy and rescues Yuan Yao and Yan Li. The black fog is akin to the ghost fog in the Star Sea, capable of robbing spiritual energy, but its potency is weaker. Yuan Yao speculates that the black fog may lead to other dimensions or realms. Han Li speculates that the reason the Kunpeng transformation technique can resist the fog is because of the space created by the corpse of the Rahu beast. The Rahu beasts in the human world and the Yellow Springs might be different individuals, which could explain the differences in the fog. The Yellow Springs might be the space formed by the body of a dead Rahu beast, containing more dark and gloomy qi and hence harboring more powerful ghosts. The existence of spirit qi and spirit veins could be attributed to the ephemerals or the Rahu beasts themselves. The group decides to explore the black fog for 2 days. If they cannot find an exit, they will conceal themselves and use the power of the Kunpeng to resist the fog. Han Li and Yan Li were teleported by black lightning to a platform of beautiful jade, which was enveloped by a hazy white light that black fog could not penetrate. On the platform stood more than 10 cyan stone pillars, forming an array, suggesting that they were still in the Nether River region. Yan Li was worried about their missing junior martial sister Yuan. Han Li comforted her and suggested that they first find out where they were. Han Li used his divine clear vision and found 6 other similar platforms nearby, leading him to believe that they were inside a mountain's belly. Yan Li attempted to decipher the runes on the stone pillars but failed. Han Li prepared to use brute force with his flying sword to break open the light barrier, but found it unyielding. Han Li and Yan Li encounter an old man surnamed Zhang in a cave with unfathomable cultivation. Old man Zhang claims to be a human, but he has seized the body of a Qing Yuanzi, so his appearance is no different from that of an ordinary human. Old man Zhang inquires about the recent situation of the human race, and Han Li and Yan Li describe the human condition. Old man Zhang sees that Han Li is a half-human, half-ghost, and Yan Li magic power is a mixture of human, demonic, and monstrous, amazing him with their unique cultivation methods. Old man Zhang suddenly inhales Han Li's 72 azure bamboo wind cloud swords, but he does not explain the reason, only complimenting their exquisite craftsmanship. Elder Zhang asks Han Li and his party about their purpose in entering the netherworld. Han Li explains that they were coerced and do not dare to face those people now. The elder reveals that the netherworld is controlled by the Mayfly clan. but has made a deal with them to not interfere with outsiders entering. The elder expresses contempt for the Monster King entering this place, believing that they will provoke a powerful magical artifact. The elder reveals that magical artifacts that have cultivated into human form are exceptionally powerful. The elder mentions that Han Li and his party have another companion who is also in this place. Yuan Yao is brought by the elder to meet Han Li and his party. The elder is amazed by Yuan Yao's cultivation method. The elder injects a strand of green hair into Yuan Yao, causing her to become wary. Elder Zhang ordered that Han Li party be led to the guest house for rest, with a white shadow slave in attendance. Han Li realized that the shadow slave was a ghost king at the advanced stage of void refinement. And the elder appeared thoughtful. Han Li and the others were placed in a courtyard, which had over 10 stone houses. The white shadow warned them not to trespass, and they could summon it if they had any needs. Han Li entered a stone house, set up a restriction, and fell fast asleep. Han Li dreamed of Nangong Wan, and he felt warm when he woke up. Yan Li came to wake Han Li and discuss the matter with Senior Zhang. The courtyard stone houses were covered in restrictions, and Han Li met Yan Li and Yuan Yao inside. Han Li advises Yuan Yao and Yan Li to directly seek help from the Grand Ascension Cultivator, Elder Zhang, to resolve their ghost identities. Han Li cautions Yuan Yao that Elder Zhang may have ulterior motives or use harmful methods, advising her to proceed with caution. Yuan Yao expresses her desire to become Elder Zhang's disciple but requests that he restores her human form. Elder Zhang readily agrees to restore Yuan Yao's human body, stating that it will take several years to refine pills to expel her yin energy. Yuan Yao becomes Elder Zhang's disciple and requests that he also accepts Yan Li as a disciple to transform her ghost body. An elder surnamed Zhang proposes to exchange a new sword technique and a flying sword refinement method for golden lightning bamboo materials. Because Han Li possesses a golden lightning bamboo flying sword, Han Li says he has no extra golden lightning bamboo, but he has golden lightning bamboo leaves. The elder says that bamboo leaves can be used to make golden Vajra demon-destroying thunder, which can be used against extraterrestrial demons, and to mutate spirit insects. Han Li exchanges the golden lightning bamboo leaves for the new sword technique and the flying sword refinement method, and learns about extraterrestrial demons. Han Li plans to leave and go to other places to cultivate. Han Li prepares to be teleported out of the netherworld abyss through the spatial rift. The elder surnamed Zhang activates the teleportation array, and Han Li will be teleported to the area near the Fei Ling tribe. The elder gifts Han Li with a replica of the reversed star disk, a jade slip for entering the netherworld abyss, and the retrieved gold devouring beetle. The elder warns Han Li that cultivating gold devouring beetles requires a large quantity of them, and it consumes a lot of divine sense, so it's better to use it for cultivation. The elder mentions the legend of the king of gold devouring beetles, but it's just a legend, and no one has ever successfully cultivated it. The elder casts a spell to activate the array. 8 giant banners emit spiritual light, and 8 beams of light shoot into the white mark in the air. A cyan light sword appears above the array. The elder points a finger, and the light sword strikes the white mark, cutting through the space. The Ephemera clan's sacred nest emerges, releasing a deadly aura that decimates hordes of monsters. A Nascent Soul cultivator casts a magical spell, clearing a space in preparation for a breakout. The human-faced mantis releases more monsters, but the cultivators join forces to break through the swarm. The monsters pursue relentlessly, but the 6-legged trio scatters to escape, with the human-faced mantis and sacred nest joining the chase. Han Li hovers above a body of water, gazing at the black mist below. In another cloud of black mist, a figure emerges, feeling a sense of familiarity. Han Li exited the dark netherworld fog sea, taking stock of his gains from the abyss and the Ming River. His spoils included the methods to control the lightning Qianqian divine thunders, the 5-colored peacock's true blood, the method for refining spirit servant puppets, the 9 palaces heavenly essence talisman and Jia Yuan talisman refinement techniques, the new Azure Yuan sword art, and the Ming River divine milk. Han Li drafted a cultivation plan to consolidate his gains and made a push for the void refinement stage. After researching the last 5 stances of the new Azure sword art, Han Li decided to cultivate the Mishu secret technique and Xian Tong divine ability within. He took interest in the Spring Dawn and Azure Rock sword formations accompanying the art. But refining the former required reforging his flying sword, while cultivating the latter required him to reach the mid-void refinement stage. Han Li encounters a young man who is half demon, half ghost, whose saber aura contains demonic energy. Han Li uses the Azure Bamboo Bee Cloud Sword to counter the saber aura and launches a 5-colored halo, temporarily blinding the young man. Han Li attacks the young man with the Brahma Saint True Magic and the Warding Evil Divine Thunder, breaking through his defenses and shattering his nascent soul. Han Li divine abilities greatly increase, allowing him to kill the young man with the help of the 12 stingers of the awakening of insects, the sacrificial thunder technique, and the true spirit blood. Han Li entered the secret chamber and discovered the stone fragments he had obtained from the Azure Zhao's cave. These fragments could mutate his devouring gold insects, but Han Li hesitated due to the previous incident with the golden devouring king. Han Li used his Dharma idol to fetch the stone from a distance, wrapped it in gray light, and refined it using the silver firebird in the crucible formed from the true magnetic mountain. Han Li added auxiliary materials to ensure the stone was fully integrated into the true magnetic mountain, enhancing its defense and weight.